All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of Trick Play Podcast. Now, what do I want you to do? The big thing that I want you guys to take away from this lecture right here is that you should subscribe. Now, where should you subscribe? You should subscribe to YouTube, spell. You should subscribe on, follow on Instagram. You should listen to us on audio platforms like Apple. I'm gonna get cancer for the first one. That's or Spotify. That's all the places where you can find us. Does that make sense, class?
Yes.
Well, if that has all kind of sunken in and you've learned what you needed to, I'm just going to end the class today with a bit of a shout out. Now, my shout out goes to somebody who this week was doubted. He had his doubters, he had his haters. He's had his haters almost his whole career in the NFL. But he made the most of it. He got a win, an unexpected win in his first start in a while. But not only did he get his first win, he showed real fortitude, because there was something that happened in this Green Bay Packers Indianapolis Colts game. Not sure if any of you in the audience have heard about this, but there was a third down. The Green Bay Packers had the ball, and it's Malik Willis. Quarterback takes the snap. It's supposed to be a pass play, but he doesn't pass the ball. Why doesn't he pass the ball? Because his center, right before the center snaps the ball, vomits on the ball, so the ball is covered in vomit, and he just hikes it right to Malik Willis. If I was Malik Willis in this situation, I would have just dropped the ball. I would have just immediately called a timeout. I don't know what I would have done, but I wouldn't have held onto the ball and tried to pick up a first down for as long as he did. So props to Malik Willis for sticking it out even when your teammates decides to woof up their lunch on the football. That's my shout out for this week.
It's a good shout out. That's a better shout out than we normally get. I think throwing up on the ball is a 10 out of 10 shout out, honestly. I will say that. So there you go. Is it my turn? Do I get to give my shout out now?
Yes, we can take a shout out from the audience.
Oh, sick.
You over there.
Me over here? Well, guess what? You're not here anymore. So, my shout out. My shout out for this week is I'm gonna give. I kind of talked about it in the week 3 predictions. I kind of talked about it already. My shout out for this week is going to Will Levis, who once again gave us one of the greatest meme photos ever in NFL history of him landing on his face terribly. And I think that's awesome. I hope he does that on a weekly basis. I just love the fact that he's just so devastated every single time something goes wrong for him that the whole world explodes. Hopefully Simon remembers to throw the images up on the screen, maybe on the 2 blackboards behind me. Caleb, you want to give us a good since you're the teacher's assistant now, so because you're just somewhere in the background, unimportant and all that. But do you want to try? And I can't read. I can't read that. I have no clue what you're trying to put up there. But anyway, regardless, shout out Will Levis. He seems like a great guy. So yeah, there you go. That's my shout out for this week. Caleb, you can have your desk back. It kind of smells. I don't know what you've been doing up here. You've clearly I think you've had too much time to yourself in the last little bit.
I think I might have.
Yeah.
I might have had not enough time to figure out how Blackboard works.
I have no idea what you just said. You said none of that into the microphone.
Oh yeah, right. I forget that I'm not actually teaching a lecture and that I still have a microphone here. I said that I have no idea how a Blackboard works. Apparently, none of this is coming off. So I guess the people who actually have a lecture here are just going to have to deal with the fact that the
what did you put up here, there? So. I didn't even see it.
It said Trick Play Podcast, subscribe, and then I wrote down all of the platforms in which you could subscribe.
Oh, I thought you were like trying to do
genius
something.
marketing.
I saw you like writing
Marketing
up there.
101.
I thought you were like trying to
Marketing 101.
I thought you were like trying to show some sort of distaste towards me stealing your desk. It looked like you were writing a message up there.
I should have done that. Instead, I just flipped you off as a true professional does.
That's fair. That's a fair response.
Yeah.
I think that's a very fair response.
Anyways.
Oh, sweet.
Anyways.
Jesus.
Oh.
What happened? What happened? Hello? Is he gone? He might be gone. The professor just logged out. He left. He left in the middle of the lecture. And now I have to give a lecture from the back of the class. This is so much lamer. We don't even get to like do the whole regular thing. This sucks, man. Caleb, why'd you have to abandon me here to try and explain to the entire class what they need to do? What they need to do as we wrap up here. What their homework is. Do you know what your homework is, class? You need to study up on a legend. A legend who we talk about at the end of this podcast every single week. And we even saw a little bit of video on it during this week of a certain man sitting on the sideline just hanging out. And you know who that man is? Mr. Penix. And you know what he better have? You know he better have a warm ass.
He better have a warm ass.
He showed up for the end of it. There you go.
He better have a warm ass.
It's the clutch.
I know
it's
it.
the clutch that matters.